Hello and welcome to Bloke on the Range. Now, continuing our Francophile Mad Minutes, about a year ago we filmed this beauty.
Yep, this is my fully refurbed Mass 36 of the later pattern. So with a fully hooded front sight and various upgrades to make it more functional and easy to make. What else is there to say about it apart from watch and see how we do? Well, he does.
Bye.
$15, sir.
Yeah,
How was that for you?
it was alright. The loading is actually pretty smooth. Put him in. There's a nice big thumb cut out there, so on both sides. And yeah, I don't have your experience to do the thumb thing, but maybe you'll do better.
We'll see. All right,
Finger thing.
Show the mag dump.
Mag dump.
Yeah. Whee!
Quite as stylish as the Enfield system, eh? Right. You want to go?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. This is what a lot of people have been waiting for, is a mad minute with the Mass 36. This one is still warm from the Chap's depredations a few minutes ago. Just as a point of reference, the splits on the number 4 and the K31 are around 1.5. The splits on the P14 varied a bit more, but there were sort of some quick ones from sort of 1.4. But it was a little slower. That's my timer going off. I really want to see if I can beat what I've been doing already. I have to avoid my K31 head flick, which I do because I shoot K31 a lot and don't want to punch myself in the face because that's kind of suboptimal. And I'm not sure what this is going to do. I'm going to give it my absolute best shot. The Chap has actually put a slightly lighter mainspring in it. That does smooth it up a little bit, and we shall see how it goes. I got 26 with the number 4, 24 with the K31. If I can get 25 out of this, I'll be happy. If I can get splits down to 1.25 seconds, I'll be extremely happy. Extremely happy. I'm not convinced though. Let's find out. I think we should take two.
Right, in the hands of an expert.
25. Hard bloody work. So first shot out in 23. Then 207, that was long. 174, 165, 178, a 750 reload, 174, 142, 155, 144, a 6.5 second reload, 182, 158, 157, 169, 5.78 reload. It's, oh, there was some down in the 130s there. I think it's quick. The reloads are not as quick as the number 4. I'm a good second or two slower. 2 reasons. Okay, positioning the clip's fine. Okay, that went in one movement, but I was finding that there's 2 movements, but then remembering, it's partly a training issue, remembering to pull the clip out, that slows you down. That takes, I think that probably accounts for that second or so.
Yeah.
Is just pulling the clip out, whereas with the number 4, as soon as that top round's clipped in, bolts forward.
Yep.
And with the Mauser, the P14, with the Swiss rifles, yes, you have to manually remove the charger, but you've got your thumb inside it and you just flick it. So as you pull your hand away, you flick it out. There's no separate movement. You're pulling your hand out anyway. You just rub it against the charger and it just flicks out. It's a push feed rifle. Yeah, that was fun. Effect on target, I suspect. I think it's a bit all over the place. It's that tiny rear sight. Yeah. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad actually. The small rear sight in this low light is a problem. It's really not optimal. Big fat front sight is fine, but actually, I think for this particular exercise, the fact that this is short and handy is possibly a slight disadvantage because I was having to work a lot harder at keeping it
on target.
On target while cycling. I think also it was more effort than the number 4. I think it's got a very short bolt throw backwards, but it's got quite a lot. It's got a sort of almost Mauser-like rotation on it. It's kind of yeah, it's not as smooth or as fast as I was hoping. It's certainly up there.
Well, considering for what it's intended to be.
Oh yeah, as a rear echelon conscript pokey stick that goes bang. It's excellent. I mean, it's a really excellent rifle. Don't get me wrong. I am nitpicking here. I'm absolutely nitpicking. Yeah, it's great. To be honest, I need to get one. I need to get me one.
That was mine. Get off.
I know. I think the one possibly fundamental flaw in it is that rear sight aperture. It's tiny. It's really tiny. It's this is reasonable light in here, but it's just so small. It's just dimming the world. Other than that, I love it. It's brilliant. Anyway.
Well, that was an awful lot of fun, as you can imagine. Now, I've got the figures in front of me here. The average split is 159, which compared to the number 4 is at 156. M95 Mannlicher was 210. SMLE was a bit quicker at 148. I mean, this is very much classified down in the 1.5 second-ish range, so amongst the fastest.
The top boys, yeah.
With hindsight, I was slightly distressed when you told me you'd replaced the mainspring, because that would have slowed it down. That would have shaved a few hundredths off the splits. But I think the bolt is substantially faster to operate with the lighter spring. Yeah, shouldn't have done it. It's cheating. It's cheating.
It is.
Now, with hindsight, the only other thing to talk about really is the reloads, which were about a second slower than some other things. So let me just go to the figures here. And the MAS 36 had a 6.5 second average reload. 98K was 6.2 SMLE 6, number 4 575, including a really dodgy one, 4.6 with the dodgy one taken out. And this really seemed to come down to the fact that we were manually ejecting the clips. Now, various people have said to us at various times, oh, but
mine does.
Mine ejects the clips, or on TFB they did a run a gun and he ejects the clips. And we have since discovered the answer to this conundrum.
Yeah, the answer lies in the clip itself. I don't know if I can go up to the camera and show you what the actual slot looks like.
Have a light.
There. You can see there, it's actually just a conical indent on each side. So there's no lead out to flip out the clip. So the design on the rifle side is really... Whoop, I have an empty sofa. The design is really not meant to eject the clip when you slam the bolt home. But, and it's often commented, why did the French use these soft aluminium chargers? And the answer is actually here. When I looked at my much used ones, I noticed that most of them, one set of lugs, they have been absolutely mashed. They've been shaved off. Again, I'll charge towards the camera. See this one? This one's been bent because I've been playing with it. See these rear ones, they've been, really the metal's been shaved off. So what you're supposed to do is
Brute force and ignorance.
Brute force, ignorance, and maybe a little bit of élan when you shut the bolt, and then you can shut the bolt.
Would you care to demonstrate?
I'll try.
Given that clip's pretty screwed.
Yeah, this one's knackered now. So,
if not, I've got a bag of them.
Yeah, bearing that in mind, it means that you could basically use these twice. Once one pair is done, you could pick it up, reload it, and use the other.
I mean, from a military perspective, it doesn't matter. All the ammo turns up in it.
Yeah.
So
this is just for nowadays. So I'll put in with the fresh ribs in there. It's stiff because it's bent.
Very.
Very bent. Okay. And theoretically, now I can just... There we go. Does work.
That clip is now knackered.
Wherever that clip has gone. Now we have a symmetrical mashed lugs on the charger. So, yeah. The gun doesn't do it. It's all in these.
Soft chargers.
Soft chargers.
The other solution to the clip ejection problem.
But it saves making any complicated cuts here, I suppose, because these are really just... I just put 2 milling tips in, left, right, done.
I suppose from a cost perspective...
Which was the idea of this thing.
Yeah, if you're going to treat these as disposable anyway...
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, charger clips were generally considered disposable.
Yeah.
You can save a couple of cuts. It doesn't seem like a lot, but in the days before CNC, it meant an extra machine, an extra tool, an extra setup, an extra person operating it. This is the days of old school serial production, and I guess they decided that it made sense, particularly for something that, even though it was the French Army's most modern battle rifle in World War II, not including the Mass 40 because there just weren't enough of them.
Circumstances dictated that it was the most modern rifle.
Yeah, but it was never intended to be. The Mass 40 semi-auto was intended to be the frontline rifle, and that was just the conscript bang stick with enough parts in common as they could possibly make.
So then the question is, would a Mass 40 or variant thereof, if you release the...
Doubt it. No.
It wouldn't
No, the amount of force you're putting behind that.
Yeah. And this one's got a nice big round back of the bolt you can slam forward.
But the bolt's not going to have a lot of run up, and it's only being pushed by a spring.
Yeah.
So in the Mass 40, they must have been removed manually. Yeah. 5-round internal box magazine, stripper clip loaded semi-auto. Yeah. Sorry, that's something that the US got right with the 8-round. Yeah. 8-round en bloc.
These were dummies.
Yes, yes, they have really great holes in them. Don't worry. Yes, all those commenters who can't identify when we're on a range and we close a bolt. No, not in Bloke on the Range Central. Dummies only. So, that's about it.
Yeah, I think
I love
we've
it.
finally got round to finishing these rifles. Yeah.
So there you go. I hope that was at least vaguely interesting. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Please consider supporting us on Patreon or elsewhere, whether we have managed to diversify our crowdfunding by the time this video goes out. Links will be in the description below. And see you again sometime.
See ya.
Bye.